A conversation on AI, The Bubble by A. Lee Brown. There's a lot of noise about the AI bubble, but the one line that cuts through all the hype is this. In the dot-com boom, the infrastructure built actually held its value. In the AI boom, the infrastructure does not. Back in the late 1990s, investors poured billions into fiber optic cable. They overbuilt it, overpriced it, and many of them went bankrupt when the crash came. But the cable didn't lose value. Fiber optic doesn't go stale. It doesn't depreciate the moment a new version drops. It just sits there, silently moving light, and eventually the world grew into it. 20 years later, the entire internet runs on the bones of those dead companies. AI is different. AI's infrastructure isn't fiber, it's chips. And chips lose value fast, brutally fast. The moment the next generation arrives, the old one becomes scrap metal, with resale value something between a toaster and a very stylish paperweight. NVIDIA's H100s and the Blackwell chips coming next don't hold value the way fiber optics did. So if the revenue projections for 2030 don't materialize, we don't get cheap, abundant infrastructure the world can grow into. We get warehouses full of obsolete hardware. That's the real heart of the bubble. Dot-com investors lost money but left behind permanent infrastructure. AI investors could lose money and leave behind nothing. And that's where the backlash comes in. Because investors don't suffer quietly. When earnings flatten, when the chip orders slow, when the revenue curves refuse to match the pitch decks, the blame will shift. Not to the forecasters, not to the hype, not to the impossible timelines, but to AI itself. We've seen this cycle before: crypto, VR, the metaverse. When the economics crack, public trust goes with it, fast and loudly. The Wall Street Journal put it bluntly. Revenue forecasts for AI by 2030 are so inflated that even if the optimists laugh before saying the numbers out loud, here's the math. To justify the server farms and chip orders already underway, Bain says the industry needs nearly $2 trillion in annual AI revenue by 2030. Actual AI revenue today, about $45 billion. That's a shortfall of $1.9 trillion every single year. Even the modest scenario, delivering just a 10% return on investment, requires $650 billion a year, still more than 10 times today's revenue. In other words, the dot-com crash left fiber, the AI crash leaves e-waste. Accurate expectations matter, because the bubble isn't that AI won't change the world. It will. The bubble is believing it will do it on a schedule written by investors instead of engineers. And when the hype finally pops, and it is starting to pop, AI will still be here, just quieter, humbler, and doing what every revolutionary tool eventually does: its job. Up next, should we fear AI? Thank you for listening. A conversation by A. Lee Brown.